Every single man on this planet hates it when they speak and people don't really listen to them. Like, he tells his girl what to do and his girl doesn't really care about what he has to say. Now, I've been through that so many times in my life, talking and people don't really listen to me. And it's because of this one thing that I'm going to break down to you in this video. So this one thing holds back a lot of men from forming deeper connections with their family, with their friends, and with their relationships, in their relationships with shorties, or whatever you guys are into these days. 21st century, I guess. Yeah, it's this one thing that's holding them back. And I see it every day. It's a big mistake. I see it. I see it in the gym. I see it whenever I'm walking on the road, whenever I am in households, you know, like with families or something like that. I see this mistake. And I notice that these people who usually make this mistake usually don't get listened to. These are the people whose opinion doesn't really matter the most. You know what I mean? And it's this one thing that's holding you back from forming that deep relationship and actually having people to listen to you. So let me break it down for you. So I remember back then, I really had a terrible relationship with my family, man. I was not really connecting well with my brother. I was not really connecting well with my parents. It always felt like as if we were always kind of like fighting. I don't even understand. I had that bad relationship with them. And I didn't really know what exactly was holding me back from actually being respected by them and getting the respect that I felt that I wanted, and them listening to what I had to say, because they didn't really care about what I had to say. But it was this one thing. Now, this one thing is telling them what to do. I used to tell people what to do, right? Because I feel like, I've always felt like my head is big, like I know a lot of things. I always feel like a knowledgeable person, and a knowledgeable person is cursed with this knowledge because he thinks that he needs to change everything and change everybody instead of even changing himself. Now, changing himself, that's where the wisdom is required, and most knowledgeable people are not very wise people because, you know, it takes a lot of knowledge. It takes less knowledge for you to have more wisdom. But that's a topic for another day. So I used to try to correct them. I used to try to tell them what to do, tell my parents what to do, tell my brother what to do, my younger brother, all that stuff. And it was really giving me a bad relationship with them. Honestly, telling people what to do is the worst thing that you can ever do, man. Don't tell people what to do. Don't try to control people. That's when they'll start calling you a control freak. When you tell people what to do, you kind of remove the freedom out of their lives. They had a specific amount of freedom when they were with you. And now when you tell them what to do, it's kind of like they're no longer free when they're with you. They're held up to your obligations, to whatever you're trying to demand out of them. So people hate this so much. People don't like being told what to do. Don't tell people what to do, bro. It's a turn-off. It is a big turn-off, bro. You feel what I mean? It's a big turn-off. Don't tell people what to do. Stop giving advice. Stop thinking that you're a genius. Right? Okay, yeah, you're a genius. I get it. You're a genius. Right? You're him. But you don't have to give everybody advice unless they ask for it. You feel what I mean? So people don't like it. People don't like it. It kind of puts them in handcuffs, in shackles. It holds them down when you tell them what to do, and they start avoiding you. And it leads into this spiral of avoiding each other, and then you just fall off. And I've lost so many relationships, so many friendships because of this stuff. I remember I was in relationships with a couple of women, not at once, but but back then I dated a couple of girls, and I remember these were girls who weren't really going to the gym, but they kind of talked about it. Yeah, gym. And I just started the gym. Now I remember when I was dating these girls, I used to feel bad, like, oh, man, is she gonna keep like getting fatter and fatter, or skinnier and skinnier, like over time? She's not getting thicker or better, you know what I mean? So I used to tell them, yo, go to the gym. Go to the gym. I used to pressure them to go to the gym. Okay, let me be honest with you. I was pressuring them. Because I wanted this, like, I wanted the salvation of the gym on everybody. So I used to tell them, oh, go to the gym, what. So they used to go to the gym. But you see, the problem is, whenever we'd get into arguments, whenever we'd get into fights, you think they'll go to the gym? Truth is, they wouldn't, right? Because they were only going to the gym because you told them to go to the gym. You know what I mean? So telling people what to do is also an absolute flaw. It's a mind fuck. It is a flaw in your perception because everybody has different different experiences in their lives. They have different beliefs. People think differently. And because everybody thinks differently, that means that when you tell somebody what to do, you're lacking context. Now, context, I'm not telling you to stop, trying to make a difference in this world. If you want to make a difference in this world, of course, there are ways you can do it. Now, do it like what Jesus did. On that topic of context, what Jesus did for context was, instead of Jesus telling us, do this, do that, don't do this, he said, once upon a time. You know what I mean? He got into parables. Jesus used stories and storytelling to help inform people instead of telling people what to do. So, what you need to do is to provide context. Use stories instead of telling people what to do. There are two things that you need to do if you want to stop being this kind of person who tells people what to do, right? If you're like, today I'm done. Shaka, just put me on, bro. Just put me on. Like, just tell me what it is. Tell me what it is, Mello. I got you. There's two things are going to stop you from telling people what to do. The first one is only give advice when asked for in form of stories and on social media. So use stories, of course, for every time you're giving advice, use stories, learn how to tell stories, watch some YouTube videos on storytelling. I need to upload a video on storytelling, so I think I'm going to do that as well very soon. I need to upload a video on storytelling. It's very, 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 very important. So tell stories whenever you're giving advice. So only when people ask you for advice and when people are ready, you can feel when they are ready for the advice, you can give the advice. Don't just randomly give people advice. Don't just start telling people what to do. Cut that out. Then the second thing is to listen more and judge less. I was actually talking about this with a client I had yesterday. It was actually the best session that we've had so far. This AI coaching program that I told you about that I'm running here in Accra City, helping busy professionals and business owners to save hours of work using AI tools. So we had a very, very, very beautiful session yesterday. It was, oh my God, it was so good. Why? Because we're talking about real stuff. We're talking about meditation, we're talking about spirituality, talking about mindfulness, talking about the universe. We're talking about all these things. And it was so beautiful, man. It was so beautiful. And we were talking about this same topic of how we all see things differently. And when you tell people what to do, it's bad. And that we need to listen more and judge less. She actually said, no, don't judge less. Don't judge at all. That's what she said. She said, don't judge at all. Literally, I told her, yo, I have this in a video idea. Now I'm recording the video right now. So shout out to her if she's watching this though. But it's like, literally, we were talking about this. I was like, yo, I had this in a video idea. Literally, I scripted this video before the meeting. So I had this already. And we're talking about that kind of stuff. People are too quick to judge. People are too quick to put in their inputs. People are too quick to just, drop what they have to say what they have to say. Just dismiss people's feelings, dismiss people's opinions. And it's bad. This is what's not allowing you to connect deeper with people. Let me take a sip, bro. Cheers. Nothing like some good water on a goddamn, is it Friday? Thursday? On a Thursday afternoon. Nothing like some good water on a Thursday afternoon. Double cheeked up. All right, so now those two things are going to help you like become the kind of person who doesn't give advice, and it's going to skyrocket all your progress in your relationships.